Stop for a moment right now. Don't skip ahead. Just be silent with me for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you feel it? That tiny flicker of discomfort? The urge to fill the void, to hear a voice, to know what's next. This feeling is the invisible engine that drives so many of our social interactions. It's why we over-explain ourselves when nobody asked. It's why we rush to tell a joke when a conversation lulls. It's why we feel a strange sense of failure when a date or a meeting has too many awkward silences. We've been conditioned to believe that silence is a vacuum, a social error, a sign of disapproval. But what if I told you that this discomfort is not a weakness? What if it's the key to understanding people on a much deeper level? Because when you become comfortable in silence, you aren't just being quiet, you are creating a space. And in that space, people are forced to confront the one thing they can't hide from with words: themselves. Let's break down the mechanics of this. Our brains are wired for connection and predictability. Psychologists sometimes refer to the fear of emptiness as horror vacui. In conversation, silence is that emptiness. An unexpected pause feels like a dropped connection, a social void. Our brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, can flag this as a minor social threat. Are they bored? Did I say something wrong? Do they dislike me? The uncertainty is uncomfortable. So, what happens? The person who is more uncomfortable with this feeling will rush to fill the void. And in that rush, they don't use their carefully constructed conversational mask. They use what's closest to the surface: their insecurity, their anxiety, their true opinion, their hidden agenda. You, by simply staying silent and calm, become a blank canvas onto which they project their inner world. The nervous person will start talking about their worries. The arrogant person will boast to reassert dominance. The manipulator will try to fill the silence with a question designed to put you on the back foot. The genuine person will simply share the silence with you comfortably. This isn't about manipulation, it's about observation. It's about allowing truth to surface on its own. So how do we get comfortable with this? It's a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. Here are a few simple micro-actions you can start today. No need to wait. First, the 3-second rule. When someone finishes speaking, don't immediately respond. In your mind, count 1, 2, 3. This pause will feel like an eternity to you at first, but it's barely noticeable to the other person. It breaks your reactive cycle and gives you a moment to actually process what was said. Often, the other person will use that space to elaborate, giving you more information without you even having to ask. Second, the nod and hum. Silence doesn't mean disengagement. You can show you're listening without using words. A slow, deliberate nod, a quiet, thoughtful leaning in slightly. These non-verbal cues act as an invitation. They say, "I'm with you, please, continue." This gently encourages the other person to fill the space, often with more candid thoughts. Third, ask reflective questions. When you do break the silence, don't immediately offer your opinion or solution. Turn it back to them. Use open-ended questions like, "How did that make you feel?" Or, "What are your thoughts on that?" This does two things. It validates their experience and it invites them to go deeper, past their initial script. And a bonus tip: practice in low-stakes environments. Try it with a cashier. When they tell you the total, just pause for a second before reaching for your wallet. Notice their reaction. It's a small, safe way to build your tolerance for the void. But here is the most important insight of all. The one to remember when all else is forgotten. Your silence is not a weapon, it's a mirror. A weapon forces a reaction. It's an act of aggression. It creates tension. A mirror, on the other hand, simply reflects what is already there. It's an act of stillness. It reveals. When you are truly, deeply comfortable with silence, you are not being passive-aggressive. You are not playing a power game. You are simply being present, grounded, unshakable in your own calm. And that unwavering presence creates a powerful, safe space. In that space, people with masks don't know how to perform because you're not giving them any cues. The mask becomes heavy, the performance becomes exhausting, so they drop it. They show you who they are underneath because pretending is suddenly harder than being real. This is a superpower, especially for those of us who are naturally more introverted and quiet. We've been told our quietness is a weakness. It is not. It is a finely tuned instrument for observation. So the next time you're in a conversation and a pause hangs in the air, don't rush to catch it. Take a breath, settle into the space, and just listen. Listen not just to the words that will eventually come, but to the silence itself. because it's telling you everything you need to know